Hello there, it is I, ShepherdShang, bringing to you more Dark Souls, and I've having trouble with the Capra Demon, so I'm going to try something a bit different for this episode. Try to possibly grinding to raise my level a little bit, I don't know. But there is one thing I want to try, and it involves the wyvern that's up there. So, I'm going to get that, hopefully. Well, he showed up faster than expected. Shit. Wrong button. So much for those 7,000 souls down with the Capra Demon. Apparently, if you hit the tail enough times, even though you're not actually fighting it, you can break the tail and it'll drop an item. How many arrows did I start with? Oh. Awesome. Alright, let's look at that item I just got. Change equipment. Let's see here. It was the Drake Sword. Drake Sword. 200 damage. Okay. Wow. Compared to the Battle Axe, which is 100. Battle Axe plus 3, 123. Weight is 6. The sword, one of the rare dragon weapons, is formed by a drake's tail. There's to get towards a viewed for mystical power, at least when held with both hands. Okay. Critted for 195. That seems pretty good. Access bottomless box. Ah, I can put this stuff in storage. Alright. So I don't have it on me. Okay, that's what it does. Mind you, as far as I know, actually carrying this stuff doesn't actually do anything to me. And head in. Did 98 damage to him. I'm not actually sure what the Battle Axe did to him. So, doesn't really matter. Screw him. I'm gonna go do something else. Well, I'm suddenly curious. That might be possible. You know, I have the bow now, and I've actually upgraded it a bit so it's more powerful than normal. I have this Drake Sword, which just does some fairly good damage. I might be able to take on the Hydra. I mean, it'll probably destroy me completely, but I might be able to do it. Yeah, you know, I think I'll give that a try. Let's throw some stuff in the bottomless box. Oh, that's so much easier to get through. That was a good idea. Alright. Quick check to see how much I need to level up. I need about 1,400. So I can go into the Darkroot Garden to get some souls, and then try the Hydra, I'm thinking. Alright. I'll do that. Oh yeah, there's that dude in there. The Titanite Demon. I could try taking him on at some point. You know, I could always go down to Andre and upgrade some stuff. Like make my shield better. Yeah, okay, you know what, I'll do that. Let's see here. Modify reinforce armor. At this point, I'm thinking this is going to turn into a short grinding run, and then I'm going to take on the Titanite Demon just to try. The heck is that? What the heck? What? What the heck is that? What the heck was that? There it is again. What is that? What the heck? And there's another one. They're bobbing up and down. What are those? What to level up, though? I know that if I level up my intelligence, I've got some spells back at the Firelink Shrine I can get. And there's the third attunement slot. Okay. Yeah, I'll do that. Let's see. I'm probably going to need more for the Hydra fight now that I'm thinking about it. And I currently only have 9 souls, so let's try it. Oh, but first... No. Whoop. Yeah, that's about what I expected to happen, to be perfectly honest. Of course, he is right there. So I can just sort of continue to Zerg rush him until I figure out a good strategy. Yeah, none of my controls were doing what I wanted them to do that time, but... Yeah, no, that doesn't surprise me either. Yeah, definitely don't want to be in his front, huh? Not surprising. Also not surprising. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe I shouldn't bother with this guy. Okay, so I had to stop recording for a little bit there, and in the time since I have realized something that I really should have done earlier. There's a shortcut to the Firelink Shrine nearby, and it's not that difficult to get to. I just have to get past a mini-boss. A mini-boss who should be significantly easier than the Black Knights were. So yeah, I'm gonna go do that. Yep, in here. Well, there might be some other enemies in here, so I gotta be careful with this. Oh shit, there he is. Yeah, that was actually pretty easy. Ooh, neat. And here's the item. And that is another mini-boss who I don't feel like dealing with at the moment. And the shortcut is right here. Which I had to activate by stepping on that switch. Gonna do something with that item real quick. And then it's time to talk. Alrighty. Okay, viewers, time for a little chat. Fighting the Capra Demon over and over again has been really discouraging. Yeah, and, losing over and over again, specifically. I've come to the conclusion I need to do some grinding. Unfortunately, that's really boring, and it takes a while. So, as much as I wanted to record everything I do in this very first playthrough, yeah, I'm not gonna record the grinding. And as for why, well, aside from it being boring, so, again, some look behind the curtain here. These recordings have been between 40 minutes and an hour long for most of them, aside from the ones that have been getting interrupted, like the one this was previously. But for every 40 minutes of these recordings I'm doing, it takes about 2 hours to edit. Yeah, so it's I'm gonna have to grind a lot for this game, because, you know, I'm just not some of the crazy people who are somehow able to beat this game on level 1 or whatever, because those people are nuts. How the hell do they do that? Yeah, that kind of skill takes lots of practice, which is basically what these grinding runs are going to be about. So yeah, I'm gonna be doing stuff like leveling up, getting souls to buy weapons and armor. Well, no, that's not true. I'm gonna be buying items and gonna be upgrading equipment and stuff. Gonna be buying more sorceries from Griggs and stuff. Gonna try to figure out how the heck to kick reliably. Yeah, still haven't figured that one out. So yeah, I am ShepherdShang, and this was Dark Souls. And before I quit out completely, I am going to show you this. The current playtime, 10 hours, 54 minutes, 54 seconds. Level 24. Start of the next episode, I'm going to show you just how long I ground for and just how much I leveled up. Bye.